is a valuable asset, and you want to take care of your home. From roofs, siding, windows, and doors to furnaces, flooring, landscaping, and much more. This is your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio, presented by Lang Home Medical Equipment, Valdecast Windows and Doors, Level 10 Coatings, and by JeffBuysYourHouse.com with your host, Roger Piper.
Your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio.
Hi, welcome to Home Answers. I'm Roger Piper. This show's all about your home, inside, outside. And, I'll make a little promise to you. Spend the next few minutes with us. You'll probably pick up something that you didn't know. And we got a great guest today, Creighton Cottle from Level 10 Coatings. How you doing, Creighton?
I'm doing well, Roger. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Now, Level 10 Coatings, you do concrete coatings. Is that right? And you're a local company, Chicagoland company, right?
That's right, Roger. Level 10 Coatings installs concrete floor coatings. Most people would refer to it as an epoxy floor coating. We use a product very similar to that. We service both the residential and commercial markets.
Now, one of the best things about this is that once you do it, you're done, right? It's a lifetime warranty. That's
correct, yes. In the residential space, we have a transferable lifetime warranty that guarantees peeling, yellowing, and delamination. It's a pretty much an industry-leading warranty, and this coating should be designed to last 20, 25 years with very little maintenance and just taking care of it just like anything else in your home.
Yep, and you can do an install in one day, right?
95% of our residential spaces are done in one day. If it's under 1,000, 1,200 square feet, we can do it in one day and get you back on your space pretty timely.
Now, one of the best things to do is if you want to learn more about these coatings is to go to the website because you have a ton of information there. And that's at level10coatings.com, level, and then the number 10, coatings.com, because you can see the entire process there, and it shows a lot of pictures of the different coatings. Now, some of the advantages is that it's got great durability. Tell me about that.
There's a lot of advantages to these coatings that people don't realize. That not only are they, good looking and help enhance the aesthetic of the concrete, but they also protect your concrete. Say you whether you build a new home or you've got a home that's 30, 40, 50 years old, at some point in the Midwest, your concrete's going to crack. It's going to pit from salt, and all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. So why not protect it earlier on if it's a new home, and if it's later in its life cycle, you don't necessarily have to always rip it out and re-pour it.
Yeah.
Our coatings are designed, and as a part of our process, like you said, you can see online. There's a lot of information about it. Part of the process is to prep the concrete by grinding it, and then we make repairs to it before we apply our coating. Mm-hmm. And once that coating's done, the advantages are it's super easy to clean. It's chemical and abrasion resistant. These coatings that we install are not just your standard like residential DIY product, but it's an industrial grade product that can withstand the wear and tear, pretty much anything you throw at it.
And with these epoxy,
you got to maintain them though too.
Oh yeah, sure, like anything else. But these basically garage floor coatings. You can do basement floor coatings, and then you also can do commercial as well. Is that right?
Yeah, in the residential space, we do garage floors as our bread and butter. It's been a growing thing inside of the home as well. To do basements, laundry rooms, utility rooms, things of that nature. And then we also do outdoor spaces because there's very limited products on the market that are, UV stable and can hold up to the sunlight. However, ours can. So we do patios, from walkways, pool decks, and then commercial, anything and everything under the sun. In the commercial space, we customize a solution for your space and based on how you use it.
Mm-hmm. This is becoming quite a trend, isn't it? People really like to do something rather than just having that plain concrete.
It is, especially in the garage. The garage has really become an extension of your home. I come from the landscape outdoor living business, and outdoor living spaces have been a big thing in the last 5-10 years. And now I see that one of the hot trends is garage floors because people spend time in their garages watching sports or hanging out with their family or using it as another living space in the home.
And the other thing that a lot of people probably don't realize, too, because, sooner or later your concrete's going to go bad. I mean, we live in the Midwest, right? That this actually extends the life of that concrete, too.
It does. It really does. It's becoming more of a need rather than just a want or a luxury item. Mm-hmm. Because no matter, how much you spend on a home, if you have a concrete garage floor, at some point in time, it's going to pit. It's going to crack. It's just the nature of the beast. So it does protect your investment, and is much more cost effective to coat the garage versus rip it out, repour it, and then get put back in that same spot 5-10 years down the road.
Oh yeah, I mean, concrete's it's not cheap to replace by any means. It's quite a process there. Speaking of maintenance, as far as the coatings, tell us about maintenance on it. I've heard they're very easy to maintain.
Very easy to maintain. If you pull in and out of your garage, you're going to spill oil, you're going to spill gas, you're going to have water, leaves, snow, ice, all that on there. So very easy to clean. You just soap, water, and a squeegee can be your best friend. Either Dawn dish soap or Simple Green is what most people recommend.
Uh-huh.
However, at Level 10, we like to deliver a different customer experience, and we actually have a proprietary floor coating cleaner that we give complimentary to every customer that is designed for our top coat to really give it a good deep clean. But very, very easy to maintain. After the winter, just clean it out. Once or twice a summer, keep it blown out and keep it looking fresh.
Well, it's a whole lot easier to maintain and to clean than your concrete is, because once everybody knows that when you try to clean your concrete, it's porous, it's very tough. So actually, it makes it easy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, exactly. Concrete, you can only get so clean.
Yeah. We're talking with Clayton. This is Home Answers. I'm Roger Piper, and we're talking to Clayton Caudill, and he's with Level 10 Coatings, local Chicagoland company that does concrete floor coatings. And you can call them at 855-510-2628, 855-510-2688. And then you can also go to level10coatings.com, and that's level, the number 10, 10coatings.com. Now, Clayton, on your site, you go step by step, because for a lot of people, they're going, okay, what is this going to entail? They've never done it before, and it can be a little stressful because, it's a lot of work. And tell us about these step-by-step plans that you put out to make people feel at ease when they're doing business with you.
Good question. Installation process is not as complex as it may seem. It's really the biggest part of it, Roger, is the preparation. So diamond grinding the floor is the biggest difference between a professional coating and a DIY coating process.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people consider doing certain projects themselves. Painting is one of the biggest ones. So you would think just painting your floor is really that easy. At the end of the day, you can only get your concrete so clean, like we just mentioned. So diamond grinding it is the first step. So that way you create a surface profile so you can get a bond with your product. That's how you get the adhesion long term.
Mm-hmm.
So first step is the prep by grinding it, and then we make the repairs. So if you have hairline cracks, pitting from the salt, all of that will get repaired with our. It's like a 2-part. We call it Polygrout. It's essentially a repair product that we put down on the floor to fill all the voids and pits, and then we grind that flush before we put down our polyurea base coat. And polyurea is a new product to the market within the last 10 years, and it's superior to your standard epoxy. It's much more flexible, and it moves with the slab. And a lot of studies show that it is stronger than your standard DIY or commercial grade epoxy.
Uh-huh.
And then we throw some people call it the chip or decorative flake into the floor. So it's a full flake floor compared to like a DIY floor where you might see a lot of gray and a little bit of flake color here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's full coverage, and we've got 15 plus colors that people can choose from to match their taste.
And
usually we let that sit for like an hour and a half, and then we come back around lunchtime and scrape the floor, clean it up, and apply your top coat, which is called polyaspartic.
Uh-huh.
And that's what seals that floor in and gives it the chemical and abrasion resistance. It makes it super easy to clean and gives you the durability you're looking for.
How long does it take before you can be on the floor when it's all done?
Typically, depending on the time of the year, you can walk on the floor within 12 hours. We tell people 24 just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then 48 hours before you can bring your heavy items or drive back on the floor.
Now, Level 10 is you're local, right? You're not a franchise, and I know there are a lot of people out there that are franchises. And that makes a big difference, doesn't it, on how you take care of customers and the fact that, you're not just another store, another franchise. You actually care about what people think and doing the job right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very common nowadays for businesses to be owned by private equity or to be a franchise, especially in the Chicagoland. There's a lot of that. And that's one thing that we're proud of is to be local, family owned and operated. what we like to say is that we're big enough to serve you, where we can handle a project of any size. And we have the team and resources just like some of those larger corporations. But we're also small enough to know you, where you're going to get that customized solution. You're going to get that personal touch. And we're not just, we like to be more relational than just transactional at the end of the day.
Yep, and that's why we love local businesses, because it makes all the difference. One thing we haven't talked about a lot is how good it looks. I mean, it makes concrete look bad. When you look at just plain old concrete, it really looks good, doesn't it?
It does. When I got into this industry, I was like, there's no way you could do such a transformational thing in just one day. It's really very satisfying, especially for our installers. They show up to a garage at 7:30, 8 in the morning, and what they can have done by 4 or 5 o'clock is quite amazing, and those homeowners are on the absolute moon at the end of the day when they see that floor.
That's great. Hey, thanks for being on the show. Level 10 Coatings. And the best way to find out more is to call them, and you'll do a consultation for them. No problem, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Just tell them WIND or Home Answers Radio or Amy Jacobson sent you, and you'll get $500 off.
Okay, that's
and
great.
You just give us a call. We can set up a free in-home consultation. We'll send out one of our design consultants. They can show you our color options, inspect your space, and give you an investment of what you're looking like. Proposals are good for 1 year. It's a no high sales pressure, and we'll give you all the information you need to be able to make an educated decision.
All right, thank you. Creighton Caudill, Level 10 Coatings, 855-5110. Or 855-510-2628, level10coatings.com, the number 10, level10coatings.com. Thanks for being on the show, Creighton. This is Roger Piper. It's Home Answers on AM 560, The Answer.
Your